What does Charles Darwin, the father of evolutionary biology, have in common with the abolition of slavery in Britain? More than you might think. Today, we'll explore how Darwin's family ties, personal experiences, and scientific beliefs were deeply influenced by the powerful voices of British abolitionism, including Thomas Clarkson and the Wedgwood family. Charles Darwin was born in 1809 into a family of wealth, intellect, and activism. His maternal grandfather, Josiah Wedgwood, was not just a pottery magnate. He was also one of Britain's most influential abolitionists. Josiah personally financed campaigns against the slave trade and collaborated with Thomas Clarkson, who tirelessly gathered evidence to expose the cruelty of slavery. Perhaps most iconic was Wedgwood's design of a medallion showing an enslaved man kneeling in chains, inscribed with the words, "Am I not a man and a brother?" This image became a symbol of the abolitionist movement. Darwin's father, Dr. Robert Darwin, and later his wife Emma Wedgwood, also shared these values, instilling in Charles a deep moral opposition to slavery from a young age. These early moral lessons weren't just ideas. They became real and raw when Darwin set sail on HMS Beagle in 1831. While in Brazil, Darwin was shocked and appalled by what he witnessed: enslaved people being beaten, chained, and sold in public markets. He wrote in his journal, "It makes one's blood boil, yet heart tremble, to think that we Englishmen and Christians can be the cause of such a state of things." Darwin refused to attend a dinner where enslaved people would be serving. This wasn't a political protest, it was personal, moral, and deeply rooted in his upbringing. Darwin didn't become a political abolitionist campaigner like his grandfather, but the moral framework of human equality deeply shaped his science. The Descent of Man, Darwin explicitly rejected the idea that races were separate species, writing, "All the races of man are descended from a single primitive stock." This directly countered the scientific racism of the time, including polygenism, which was used to justify slavery. Darwin saw sympathy, cooperation, and moral sense as evolutionary traits, common to all humans, regardless of race or culture. In his words, "The difference in mind between man and the higher animals, great as it is certainly one of degree and not of kind." Though not vocal in the political sphere later in life, Darwin remained quietly committed to anti-slavery values. He donated to abolitionist societies, and his private letters express ongoing disdain for slavery and colonial brutality. His children, especially Francis Darwin, carried forward these progressive ideals in science and education. Darwin's moral code, shaped by abolitionist values, permeated his view of humanity: that all life shares a common ancestry and that no human being is inherently inferior to another. Charles Darwin's revolutionary theory of evolution wasn't created in a moral vacuum. It was shaped by abolitionist ethics, human empathy, and the conviction that all people are part of a shared human story. By understanding the moral and historical context in which Darwin worked, we don't just learn more about the man, we gain a deeper appreciation for the values that underlie modern science. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel.